Hello everyone, and welcome back to the gaming channel. Today we're here with a game called Memories and Calories by Duperboy Prime. Now, if you remember correctly, we've already played a game from this dev, and it's the first game I've ever posted on this channel, so I'm really excited to play another one. Now, this is an update, the 1.2 version, which has added a secret ending, because I had already played this a while ago, but now there's new content for me to explore, so I thought I'd just make a video about it. But anyways, let's get right into the game. The hibernation chamber opens. I feel like I've woken up from an incredibly long sleep. My head's spinning. Where am I? And who am I? It feels like all my important memories have vanished. You look at your reflection in the wall tiles. Is that me? I look pretty hot, I might say. Killer body. Anyways, I'm starving. Maybe I'll grab that apple I see over there and eat it. So here we are. For some reason it's pointing to the top left, but it's fine. So we can just go to the apple and eat it here. It's half a kilo, so about 1 pound. Eating this has brought some memories. Has brought back some of my memories. It seems like my memories are stored in the food somehow. Click the memory button in the bottom right to check the new memory. Apple. I woke up in a hibernation pod with no memory. It seems that eating food helps me regain some of my memories. Alright, well, this door here requires code, so all we can do is go eat this banana. I remember my name. I'm Mika. And I invented technology that stores memories in food. Click the memory button to check the new memory. My name is Mika, and I'm the food engineer who created this facility. I developed a technology that stores emotions and memories in food. This place is both a factory and a research lab for the company I founded. But we are trapped within this place, and a new apple has appeared. So this button just spawns in new food. Here it is, orange. I think I found the password to the exit the hibernation room now. Orange. Password to exit the hibernation room is 3366. But we're still missing one food type, so I think we'll continue farming here. There it is. I guess I don't have to worry about starving to death. Let's see. Strawberry. If I press the red button on the floor of the hibernation room, I could get a random food out of 4 different types. So we have the apple, the banana, strawberry, and orange. Alright. Our code is 3366. I should try eating every kind of fruit to gather all the memories. Okay, there we go. So we've come into this room. As you can see, this red bar fills up to move our character Mika to the next wait stage. Now we have body composition analyzer. Analyzing body composition. And this is complete. Subject identified as normal weight human female. Body fat percentage is very low. That's me alright. However, detection of lower metabolism due to prolonged sleep. Subject prone to easy weight gain. Caution advised regarding eating habits. I do feel extremely hungry, and I seem to be putting on more weight than usual for what I eat. Still, it's hard for me to imagine myself getting fat. System disconnected. Right, so we can eat the cookies now. I think such pleasure could come from pure taste alone. This food is truly incredible. Now let's see the memory. Cookie. Walking helps me lose a little weight, but once I've eaten the food in this facility, it's impossible for me to return to my previous figure. It's unpleasant, but the only option is to accept the weight gain for now. Eat the food, escape from here, and then get liposuction. And it seems that if I gain weight from eating the food in this facility, it's okay. That's right. The only reason I'm eating now is to regain my memories, so I have no choice. So let's try the fries then. Wow, this is fried to perfection in so much oil. I can practically feel my belly expanding. Let's see. French fries. The fatter I get, the harder it is for low-calorie foods to make me gain weight. If I gain more than 512 kilos, so 1,128 pounds, I'll probably struggle to fit for most doorways. But wait, I think I forgot to say this, but the game has 4 side endings which are failing to flee the facility, 1 main ending, and a secret ending. I don't know what we'll be doing today. I think we'll just do the side endings for now. 1 or 2, depending on how long it takes us to reach them. Anyways, damn, the junk food here is delicious. I'm worried I won't be able to go back to a normal diet after this. Alright, but we have another locked door with a code we don't know. So our only option is really to eat. This feeling, don't tell me my belly's gotten big enough to jiggle. I thought I'd always maintained a slim figure throughout my life. This is so uncomfortable. Still, my body's pretty, right? Honestly, becoming a bit more voluptuous isn't such a bad thing, is it? Zoom out with the mouse wheel. Okay. Let's check the analyzer here. Analyzing body composition. Subject identified as an overweight human female. Current weight does not pose health risks, but caution is advised regarding eating habits to prevent obesity. I know that already. I don't want to become a fat ass either. Please note that the hibernation chamber is designed for women of average weight. If you gain more than weight, extra care will be needed when using the chamber. If you're experienced noticeable weight gain, regular body composition analysis is recommended for your health. Okay, so nothing told us about how to leave this room. So I think all we can do is go back and grab some more fruit. It's rubbing of belly fat against thighs. You've got to be kidding me. Did my belly fat just hang down and touch my thighs? In a panic, you quickly grab your stomach, feeling a mix of confusion and shame. The marshmallow's soft flesh engulfed your fingers. Then you realized it wasn't just protruding anymore. The weight had caused it to sag, making contact with your thighs with each step. Oh no. How did I become this obese in just a few hours since waking up? I need to eat more food quickly to regain my memories and escape from this place. Okay, let's see what the analyzer says. I think it will give us a code to leave eventually. Analyzing body composition. Subject identified as an obese female. Body fat percentage is significantly high. Weight has reached a level of concern for health. Any further weight gain might impede mobility. It's presumed that her physical capabilities have already notably declined. Damn, being called out by a machine stings. Sure, my pace is slowed down a bit, but that's just to minimize jiggling when I walk. However, you secretly acknowledge that you can't move as swiftly as before with your currently heavy frame. Caution. Due to substantial body mass, collision with hibernation chamber may cause malfunction. Now that's interesting. Should I try ramming into the hibernation chamber at full force? Well, I guess that's our only option for now, so let's try that. As your massive body slammed into the hibernation chamber, loose screws at the bottom gave way, causing emergency food to spill out. Oof, my body's jiggling all over. Glance at the chamber, dented by your weight, and felt a twinge of embarrassment at how massive you'd become. Well, we can eat the emergency food now. Oh my god, this taste. It's like a super concentrated chunk of nutrition. My tongue feels like it's melting. You bite into the energy bar. You're hit with an amazing flavor. At the same time, you realize that one bite probably exceeds your calorie intake for days. I feel guilty just eating this, but it's so delicious. My mother's watering just looking at it. You devour the rest greedily. As you finish, you let your body softly swell up, and you tremble helplessly from the overwhelming pleasure. I can feel my suit getting tight from just that. At least we seem to have gained the memory. We need to proceed to the next room. As you try to stuff your bulging flesh back into your suit, you cast a longing glance at the chamber. To be honest, you're already quite chubby. So even if you put on a bit more weight, it probably wouldn't be that noticeable, right? We'll just eat a couple more. Just to help out. Alright, but we won't go to the next wage stage yet. Anyways, let's check the code. The code is 8888. Cupcake. I don't want to get fat, but this is so delicious. I just want to eat a little more. By the way, I need to be accompanied by a pig to enter the pig feed facility. Maybe if I increase my body fat percentage a bit, I could pretend to be a pig. So let's see what the memory we unlocked was. Cupcake, here it is. The pig feed facility handles substances that are extremely hazardous to humans. For safety reasons, entry is only permitted after verifying that you're accompanied by a pig. Using a body analyzer. On second thought, that would be incredibly embarrassing. Let's eat pizza instead. It's incredibly delicious, but I'm worried it might negatively impact my figure. Oh, I see. When oil leaks in the facility, cleaning robots come, and they contain the control key. That's some useful information. So that's the memory we just unlocked. Yeah, sometimes there's a fuel oil leak in the facility. Cleaning robot comes by. Contains the security key for the central console. Okay, we'll need something that can be mistaken for oil, which is probably just fat. But there's no chance of an oil leak in this facility. If I want to lure the cleaning robots, I'll need something that can be mistaken for oil. Oh, and we reached 194 kilos, which is slightly more than 400 pounds, I believe. Anyways, let's take a quick break. It's not like I'm exhausted for just walking or anything. And try to ignore the rippling waves of flesh while catching your breath. Your thick belly now rests on your thigh, hindering each step, while the brushing of your bouncing breasts and buttocks slightly aroused you. My boobs have gotten so big that they jiggle like crazy with just one step. But I guess I'm just busty and booty, not like I'm super fat or anything, right? However, reflection in the wall shows a helpless, fatty, plump, even in the face and fingers, with folds of fat all over. Well, since we have to, to be a pig, that should be, I'll have to eat everything. Let's see. Analyzing body composition. Subject identified as a morbidly obese female. Body fat percentage exceeds 50%. Over half of the body mass is useless fat. Physical capabilities are severely impaired. Due to his stomach capacity and appetite 10 times of a normal person, self-initiated weight loss is deemed impossible. Don't be so blunt about it. Damn, to think a machine would humiliate me like this. Despite your words, you can shake the thoughts of what you'd stuff your belly with food. Alright, so let's go to the next room. As you can see, we're really slowing down here. Burgers. I know this isn't the right thing to say in this situation, but wow, this is honestly the best burger of my life. Even though you knew it would all turn into extra flab, making your body even heavier, you couldn't help but reach for another burger. By the way, I have a feeling there's something important on the third floor. Okay, so we have cow feed production, cake factory, and pig feed. Now, I remember that cow feed and pig feed are two separate endings, so I think those are the ones we'll be going for today. Chocolate cake. The rich and sweet chocolate flavor. It makes me feel good even in this situation. You find your mind strangely at ease, when normally you'd be worried about gaining weight. It seems these facilities are producing a special feed for livestock. I have a feeling there's something important inside. Alright, so milk storage and the milking machine. Is this a milking machine? How do I use it? Your breasts are too small to use the milking machine. Now, I believe that this part might have some problems with the YouTube original, so I'll try to put it in the video. If you see it being cut out, it's because YouTube didn't like it. But sorry for that in advance. Anyways, Are you saying I'm flat-chested? That's ridiculous. Well, anyways, my chest will naturally become fuller while I'm at this facility. I guess I'll have to come back a bit later. Well, and we cannot go to the pig feed production, so... Now remember, this puzzle, we just have to push the ingredients in the cake maker. If we get lucky enough to get a third strawberry, there it is. This was a painful bit. I'll come back when I'm done. Okay, I think I might be able to push the strawberries in now. No, never mind, I ate it. Okay, but at least like these two, come on. Okay, we're almost done. Just need to get more strawberries. I don't know if it resets if the wrong ingredient gets in, so I don't want that to happen. Anyways, strawberry cake. This is incredible. Must be because of it's the fruit of all my hard work. But I can definitely tell that even just eating one of these would make me gain a ton of weight. And I'm sure there's something at the end of this pig feed facility. I'll probably eat a bit more than do a body composition check. So let's see. Strawberry cake. The warehouse at the end of the pig feed facility has a weak floor. It will collapse if any object weighing over 720 kilos or 1,590 pounds were placed on it. But I think that it says anything fatter than 512 would struggle to fit through doors, so we might just get stuck there. Alright. Suddenly, you realize you no longer walk as you used to. Your massive belly has engulfed your knees, and your feeble strength wasn't enough to lift your legs. My belly, it's so heavy. I need to move it out of the way somehow. You tried to grab your belly to lift it, but it overflowed so much that your hands couldn't even reach your navel. After struggling for a few minutes, you learned to waddle like a penguin. It was more of a full body writhing than actual walking. My breasts are bouncing so wildly, I can't think straight. You clutch your violently jiggling breaths with your hands. You can feel your nipple harden from the shame and the tactile assimilation of your body's constant jiggling. Looking as if you were fondling yourself, you continue up your path to fatten yourself up even more. Well, might as well eat the last cake, and maybe we have access to the milking machine now. Alright, so, I am not able to show that part in YouTube. However, we've done the first round of milking, and here is the cow feed that was dispensed. You can read in the corner here. I'm not going to read it aloud, just in case YouTube doesn't like it. Having to eat cow feed is so dehumanizing and humiliating. You pick up a handful of the feed with a worried expression and taste it. Contrary to my concerns, it tastes rather ordinary. I don't feel any strange changes. Again, I can't read this thing. Damn, this makes me feel like a cow. Wait, why does it suddenly taste so good? You finally realize that your body has been optimized for milk production like a real cow, but it wasn't just your physique that changed. Your eyes turn towards the milking machine, seeking relief from this urgent desire and a promise of pleasure. Alright, but I don't think we can do that ending, simply because there's no way that YouTube will allow it. So let's try analyzing and go for the big end for today. Analysis complete. Considering weight and hormone levels, subject is determined to be a sow in heat. However, with over 70% body fat, the subject appears to be severely fattened. Not even treating me as a human anymore? Damn, why is this turning me on though? You're experiencing a slight masochistic pleasure from being degraded by the machine. Deep down, you wish the machine would say even harsher things. Too high in fat to even have value as livestock. Not only lacks not only lacking in exercise ability, but also seemingly without any will to lose weight. Sensitivity and appetite appear amplified, leaving no escape from pleasure. I'm just a pathetic pig controlled by food. Subject deemed suitable for pig feeding facility. Code 3131. Pig feed facility entrance opens. Whilst trying to calm your still excited body, you notice the previous locked facility entrance had opened. So this is the corridor that breaks, I believe. But we can try eating this first. As you tear open the package and grab a handful of the cereal-like kibble, you're hit with an intense flavor that nearly paralyzes your brain, contrary to its appearance. It's so delicious. I want more. Taste instantly turns you into a slave to your senses, making you bury your face in the pile of food like a pig, with your whole body jiggling as you eat uncontrollably. I love eating like a pig. I don't care if I become a piggy if I can eat this. Your entire body is drenched, and the ecstasy only ends when there's no more food left to lick up. As you realize what you've just done, you slowly feel a sense of humiliation and shame washing over you, while simultaneously discovering the pleasure of being treated like livestock. What was that? It's really dangerous. Just ate, but I literally became a mindless piggy. Couldn't think of anything but eating, becoming a slave to my cravings. However, you find yourself unable to resist the temptation of another convenient pleasures within arm's reach. Your body finally bursts through the suit, revealing plump, bare flesh with the gaps. But the belly's almost touching the floor. Oh god, my breasts won't stop jiggling. They're just uselessly huge. It feels good again. Your belly has now practically engulfed your legs and is slightly overflowing onto the floor. You barely maintain balance, thanks to the incredibly massive and heavy buttocks. Your legs have become less long and more like stacks of pancakes spread out wide. Essentially, you're now wider than you are tall. I'm not even sure if I can fit through doorways anymore. Oh, yeah, we went over the 520 kilos mark. Attempting to take a step only brings you frustration, as every movement turns into endless wobbling that caresses you. In fact, any movement you say is essentially just fondling yourself. So, let's see if we can still fit out through doors. You try to squeeze your massive swollen body through the door, but in any way your body was much larger than the door. It feels so good rubbing against the edges. I feel like I'm going to pass out. As the cold still stimulated your body, which had become extremely sensitive, your masochistic nature awakened and shuddered with pleasure. So this is the room where I'm supposed to beat my end? I hate that. But if I keep getting food, maybe it's not so bad. Wait, what am I thinking? I need to get a grip. The goal of escaping... Oh, just push that again through it. The goal of escaping... Okay, yeah. See, the bug that would just walk sideways, it's definitely annoying. This is a problem. Hopefully it's not a soft lock. Okay, there we go. So, let's see if we can fit through this door instead. No. We are just forced to eat here, in this room. So, we have to finish all... Oh, the warehouse was on the other side. That feels so good. My whole body is being squeezed by my own weight. Just a lot of fat that can only feel pleasure. Finally, your belly becomes uncontrollably huge, spreading out on the floor. You do nothing but writhe on top of it, stimulated by the jiggling and pressure. I'm getting hungry again. I want to eat more quickly, but I don't want to move. I hate exercise, I hate muscle pain. I only love eating, but I have to reach for more food. Even though you were already at your limit, just from panting. Craving for more food made you move, albeit slowly. Your movement could not be called walking. It was something between crawling like a sea lion and jiggling. Of course, every time your belly fat smashed against the floor, your whole body shook wildly, and you nearly lost consciousness from the pleasure several times. So I don't think we can fit through the warehouse anymore. So we can just spawn in more food. Your brain was completely dominated by the appetite, having your jiggling body to press repeatedly the button that dispensed food. You were like a lab pig in an animal experiment, fully conditioned only to repeat the action that provided sustenance. Just pressing a button. I'm so tired and out of breath, I need to rest for a bit. Even the simple act of moving back and forth in place to press the floor button with your foot was exhausting for you, as most of your body was useless fat. If it weren't for you craving for food, you would have disliked even such simple exercise. You would have either sat still and fiddled with the remaining accessible areas of your body, such as your tits and love handles. Alright, well I think we have enough, so let's start eating this. I love eating. I don't want to do anything but eat, so this is the ending. This is where the game, one of the 4 endings at least. You become a pig, incapable of thought. No, even less than that. A mere mass of flesh, endlessly reaching for the feed. Finish this one too. Quickly, the next pack. There's not enough. No, I can't even reach the button. You flail about trying to reach the button, but there were no parts of your body that could properly move anymore. Your screaming only produced no movement, only causing internal ripples that slightly aroused you. Someone please feed me. I don't care how you treat me. A voice appears. I become such an adorable sight again. Do you enjoy eating to the point of giving up every time, lard ass? Who's there? What do you mean by again? Whatever, I don't care as long as you feed me. That's right, your limits are expanding with each time. That's how big you can get this time, my helpless and lovely whale. Felt a hint of doubt, but it quickly vanished as someone shoved more feed into your mouth. And consciousness and mind faded into feelings of fullness and pleasure, leaving behind only a mindless livestock, endlessly accumulating fat. Ending 1 of 5. Pig of endless gluttony. And reach the first ending. You can revisit any ending scenes in the gallery from the title screen. Condition: consume pig fattening feed and achieve a weight of over 1,000 kilos. Alright. So, that was Memories and Calories, at least the first video. I'll most likely make a new one if this, well, if you guys want to see one, of course. So, as usual, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all next time.